make sure we are also live on Facebook. We are. All right. Hello, YouTubers. Hello, Facebookers. Welcome to Pro Singer Success Collective. I'm Arden Kaywin, and today we are live talking about the key to unlocking your unique sound. So this is a really important discussion for those of you who want to understand better how to tap into your own sound, all of that which makes you a unique artist. So there's a quote that I love that I want to share with you today, which is actually Shakespeare. Gotta love him. Which is this. Shakespeare said, "We are all born originals, but we all die copies." And I think that that is so interesting, because what happens is that we have this uniqueness within us, all of us. But over time, especially as singers, performers, all of the things that we go through, the insecurities, the this, the that, is that we end up just kind of conforming without realizing it, or twisting ourselves into pretzels to be something, sound like something that we think that the audience or the industry needs to be successful. And now we're just copies. And so I'm curious, like, show of hands, if you're watching this live or if you are watching this in the replay, tell me in the chat, do you struggle to have your performances and your voice stand out from the crowd? Do you feel like you're giving it your all and you're just, despite everything you're doing, you don't know how to stand out from the competition and tap into all of that which makes you unique? Because maybe you just don't know how to tap into your own sound and all of that which makes you an original artist. So if you feel that pressure to be a certain way or look a certain way that maybe you don't in order to be successful, or maybe you feel pressure, who feels this way, like that you have to have a specific kind of sound that you think that you need to have in order to make it successfully as a professional singer. Like you need to maybe sing this specific genre or this specific repertoire and have this specific sound in order to be successful, because that's what's popular right now or what's in vogue right now. And all of that makes you question and makes you really unsure about what makes you unique and special as an artist. And so then you just feel like, well, you just don't really know what your sound really is. Tell me in the chat, how many of you feel like you just don't really know what your sound is? And so first things first, you got to know who you are first. And so many of us think we do, but we don't. We know who we want to be, who we think we need to be, but that's not actually who we are. And so if you're putting it on and trying to be or look or sound like something that is not true to you or your voice, because perhaps you have a limiting belief that you're not enough, that you've got to be something else to be successful, then odds are it's going to sabotage you every step of the way. It's going to sabotage you vocally, because you're going to get into tons of bad habits trying to manipulate your sound to sound like X, Y, and Z, which actually causes strain, tension, vocal fatigue, and can cause vocal injury over time. And truly, it just doesn't sound good because it's not authentic to you. It's not aligned. And then also, your performances are going to be sabotaged. It can come off as like awkward, trying too hard, or just not really that interesting because it's not really you or what's true to you or your sound. It's awkward. You're putting it on. You're stepping into something that's not actually aligned. And you guys, audiences can smell that awkwardness when you're trying to sound like something, be like something that you're not. They can smell it a mile away. They'll come to one show and they won't come back. And they won't even be able to tell you why. They'll just, be like it just didn't connect. Not because you weren't putting your all in, but because you were putting your all into something that wasn't and isn't authentically you. So of course it doesn't land with the audience. And it also has a huge sabotage on your career when you don't know how to tap into your authentic sound, your authenticity, right? Because like what the industry wants, guys, are originals. not more copies of what they already have. We already have an Adele. We already have a Anna Netrebko, famous opera singer. We already have a Josh Groban. We already have a John Legend. We don't need more, right? So record labels and casting executives, they're looking for the next original star, not a copy of what they already have. And yet so many of you think, well, I need to sound like that, be like that, look like that to be successful. And it's only going to get you so far because they're not looking for what they already have. Audiences are looking for what speaks to them in a way that hasn't happened before. But I've got good news for you here, which is that who you are is so much more interesting to people than who you think you should be or need to be, because you are real. You're not some image of what you think who you want to be, right? And audiences respond to real, even if it's a heightened sense of real. Did any of you guys see Lady Gaga in the Grammys? This was 2 days ago on Sunday night. So if you saw the performance, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, go find it on YouTube. Like, you could say that she's all artifice, right? She shows up in the Grammys. She's wearing like a lampshade on her head. She's got this crazy like get up going on. She's absolutely off the hook, right? You could say she's all artifice. But the thing is she's able to own it at such a hardcore level because that is a very real part of her. It would never land with audiences otherwise if it wasn't an actual real part of her. It's a heightened sense of her real, which is why when she heightens it and she goes all to that, wearing a lampshade and doing all the things that she does, which is why we still love it and we still buy it. And so part of this authenticity also is like, because Lady Gaga's messaging is all about celebrating the weird and being unapologetically yourself and not caring what others think. And you know what? As we saw in the Grammys, she 100% walks that talk. And we feel that from her. And so if you're not that, and that's not you, then don't try to be that just because you think that that's what you need to be to succeed and get attention, because that's what Lady Gaga is doing and it's working for her. It's working for her because it is a very real part of her. So what it comes down to really is the idea of acceptance, because you've got to see what is before you can begin to tap into what's special about you. And before you can know what's special, you got to allow yourself to see everything that's there. All of you, the good, the bad, the flaws, the amazingness, everything. Put it all out there. You've got to be vulnerable to do that. And that's what people will pay to hear and see and come back over and over and over again. That's what makes successful artists. Guys, perfect performers are rarely interesting. It's the ones who let us see all of them, who are not afraid of that, warts and all. Those people are interesting. But you've got to allow people to see you, to really see you. In order to do that, you've got to first get comfortable seeing yourself before you will ever be comfortable putting it all out there for everyone else to see. And this is not just about your image. Did I just get kicked off of the stream? No, I'm still there. Wait a second. I think I got kicked off of the stream. Let's see. I am still live on YouTube. Let's see. I think I just got kicked off of the stream on Facebook. Sorry, guys. It's saying live video is starting. Well, I don't know if I should keep going. If you're watching on Facebook, and you can see me live, can you type something into the chat? Because it's doing something weird here. I'm so sorry, guys. Technology, right? Okay, I'm going to do something and I hope it works. If it doesn't, I apologize. Sorry to you who are watching on YouTube. I just want to make sure that we are where we need to be here. So let's see. I'm going to try to connect live again on Facebook. Bear with me, guys. I'm right here. Okay. Let's see. Part 2. of the secret to finding your unique sound. Okay, let's try this. Okay, we're back on Facebook. You guys, that was odd. I don't understand if we're live in two places on Facebook now or not, but I'm just gonna, did it kick me off again? Okay, here we are. So I'm just gonna keep going from where we left off, and I will tag everybody to make sure that you guys can find it. So what we're talking about is like this idea of like, you've got to be comfortable first seeing yourself before you'll be comfortable putting it all out there for everyone else to see and being that vulnerable that we feel your uniqueness. And like I said, this is not just about your image. It's also about seeing who you are and allowing who you are vocally. So many artists, so many singers, they come to me and they are great parrots. You guys know what I mean by that? Like, you can imitate and make your voice sound like this person, that person, right? Like, they can manipulate their voice to sound just like Adele or Christina Aguilera or whoever. But really, it's a manipulation. Like, it's not their organic sound. And so then it's also not their healthiest sound. Like, they got to get all up in there manipulating to make their voice sound that way because it's not them. And it gets them in trouble with vocal fatigue and vocal injury over time. They're great parrots, but they're parrots because they're not yet comfortable letting people hear them, their true sound. And they may have limiting beliefs around that sound not being enough, which is why it feels safer to them to parrot somebody else's sound. But that's only going to get you so far. Because why? The industry thrives on finding originals, not copies of what they already have. So we got to work some acceptance around flipping the script in your head so that you can allow yourself to take the mask off and be truly yourself when you sing and feel confident enough that that is enough. So this makes me think of a singer that I have who has this she's an opera singer, and she has this very beautiful, pure, light sound. Like her instrument, no matter how much she wills it, is not built to sing the heavy operatic repertoire like Puccini, okay? She has a much lighter and pure sound. But she's got these limiting beliefs that she'll never have a career singing the lighter Baroque repertoire, the Handel, the Bach, that her voice was made to sing because of her limited thinking. And they're just, she has this limited idea that there just aren't enough opportunities for her to have a big career unless she sings the heavier repertoire, the Puccini, the Verdi. And so she's been pushing herself into heavier rep, into Traviata, into Verdi, into Bohème, because it's what she thinks she needs to have a big singing career. And it's been absolutely disastrous for her, completely disastrous. Like, it's gotten into so many bad technique habits because she's trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It doesn't sound good and it doesn't feel good. And now she's beat down. She's totally frustrated. She almost even quit because she thinks she's not talented enough because she can't do it, when really she's trying to do the wrong thing. If she could allow herself to see and celebrate what's unique about her voice and stop trying to be something she's not, round peg, round hole, her talent would flourish and success would follow. So it all comes down to acceptance. When you don't let yourself truly see who you are without judgment, just see, when you don't let yourself do that, then you start doing things that are just not aligned with your physical instrument, not aligned with your talent or what you really want, which is to make a big impact with your voice. And that idea of acceptance, that's actually the theme of the second module of the intensive training program. Like, there's a whole module on this that we do in the intensive program. And there's a reason that we do it in module 2 right at the beginning, because you've got to learn to see what is first before you can harness it towards fueling your success. And this is not like a one-time thing, you guys. It's not like, oh, I'm going to take out my journal and write what's special about me once. Good start, okay? But most of you have so many layers and layers of defenses upon defenses guarding that most true part of yourself because of all the stinking thinking and the mind trash the not enough stuff, the self-doubt, the what if I fail stuff. And that it takes some serious peeling away and some coaxing out. If it didn't, you'd be singing with it already and you wouldn't be feeling how you're feeling. So it's a process of self-discovery and artistic discovery that leads you to sing and perform in a way that is totally aligned with who you are and what your unique instrument is built to do, your unique instrument. And when you take that journey, not only is it healthier for your voice, your instrument, but then all the decisions that you make for your training, for your career, for your larger artistic journey tend to then align towards success. And that's what I want for you guys. That's why I guide singers into this work that merges the technical with the mindset, the thinking and the singing. You need both. One is not enough. You need one to facilitate the other. Because I've seen too many talented singers give up because they couldn't make it because they didn't have this foundation. It's too painful to know you have talent, that you've been given a gift, and know that you're not living the fullest potential of your talent and have no idea how to or what to do to change that. It's too frustrating. And that's why most talented singers give up. And then they spend the rest of their lives in a very different kind of pain and frustration, wondering how it could have been different, wondering what else they could have done, wondering what if they've been able to fix and stick with it. And so life is too short, guys. It is too short not to live your passion and your purpose. You guys, COVID was a big fat reminder that we are not guaranteed a tomorrow. I mean, I know COVID feels like it was a long time ago, but it really wasn't. If y'all remember back, we are not guaranteed a tomorrow. You got to do it now. And you might feel a little overwhelmed listening to all of this because it all feels too big to change, but I promise you it's not. The singers who work our intensive training program, they're doing this daily. So if you want my help to expedite the process and to help get you there more quickly and more gracefully with this work, that's what I'm here for. This is what I'm an expert at. And that's why I'm hosting this mind-body integration bootcamp this Saturday, February 7th. It's a full 5-hour afternoon training with me. Saturday, February 7th, starts at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. East Coast time. And I'm going to be guiding through the step-by-step proven practice that we use to transform the thinking, integrate it with your technique in the moment of singing so that you're set up with a rock solid mind-body foundation from which you can build your career to break through at an entirely new level. And it's ridiculously priced. I'm doing this full 5-hour interactive live training, only $87, okay? All the nuances, we're walking through all of it, A to Z, cracking the mind-body connection code. We're diving deep into the psychological edge that turns good to great, that turns starving artists into successful artists. We're breaking down the mechanics of linking mind and body in the moment that counts. We're going to talk all about consistency. I'm going to demystify consistency for you so you know exactly how to tap mind for your maximum potential in your body for a repeatable outcome every single time you sing, as well as going deeper into mastering the art of emotional connection to yourself, to your audiences, to your songs. And that is how we start to bring forth the success of that unique sound that is only authentically you, so that you find your most unapologetic sound so that you can stand out from the competition and know how to do that every single time. And then we're going to implement all these tools into your repertoire with specific exercises and practice tools that I'm giving you that you can work with even after the bootcamp is done. So as I said, $87 for general admission. I like to joke that you will spend more on dinner and a movie this weekend with your partner. So take that money and put it towards something that could make a difference for your future. We also have VIP option. We only have one VIP left, guys. So what VIP for the bootcamp is, it's the 5-hour workshop, but then you get in the workshop one-on-one hot seat coaching with me during the event, throughout the event, implementing the tools in real time in your body. We also get, for VIP, we're giving you a one-on-one coaching with me the following week after the bootcamp to check in on the tools, and a small group studio class just for the VIPs the week after the bootcamp. So that's VIP. It is $397. We have one left. So if that is something and you want like a lot of one-on-one with me, that's your option. Because this is not just surface level coaching, you guys. Like this is game changing. God, why does it keep telling me I'm like being booted off? You guys, the internet is weird today. Anyway, it's not surface level coaching. Okay. It's game changing training, like dialing in all these things in your mind, body with me and a pretty cool group of other people. So instead of trying to figure it out all on your own, come to the boot camp. So I'm putting the link in the chat to register, grab your spot if you haven't done it already. I'm putting it in the chat on Facebook. There you go. Let's see. Mindy, I see you in the chat. This is I just put, so if you've already registered, then you will get a Zoom link. You should be getting email correspondence about the boot camp already. And you will also be getting the link to join the Zoom on Friday. If you haven't been getting any correspondence and you registered, so like at the link that I just put in the chat. So just make sure that what you registered for is the class on the 7th, and you can see that link in the chat, just double check. And if you did register for that, then, and you're not getting correspondence, please reach out to me, I'm going to put my assistant here. I'm putting my assistant's email in the chat for Mindy to reach out, because it could be that you had a typo in your email address and that's why you're not getting anything. If you are, then disregard. And by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, the link to register for the bootcamp is in the video description copy above or right below the video. Okay, you guys. So bootcamp is on Saturday. That's what we're doing to really show you how to integrate these things into the moment of singing. I hope you will be there. If you can't be there live, still register, because you will get the replay that you can go back and watch as many times as you want. It's evergreen for you. You can do it on your own time. So even if you can't be there on Saturday, but this is calling you and interesting to you, then do it anyway, and you'll get the replay that you can watch on your own time as much as you want. All right, everybody, have an amazing rest of your day. Go be that original. Don't be afraid of it. It's what will take you into the success that you want. And if you want help in implementing that in the moment of singing, that's what we're doing at the bootcamp. Okay, bye guys. Have a great rest of your day. See you later.